with the flow.
Can't forget about Coach Bergen. And if you don't got Coach Bergen, you ain't got shit.
Okay, right.
People like to say they're washed up, whatever. I tell you one thing, I ain't motherfucking washed up.
All right. What's up, Coach Bergen here, and welcome to the Coach Bergen Show, episode 60. Our guest today, Jonathan Gadra. There we go. Now we got it.
Hey, what's going on, man? How are
How you doing?
I'm all right.
Good, good. So, the last we talked, you had told me you got signed to BKFC.
Yeah,
what has
that's
happened
right.
since then?
So we've been trying to get a fight. Just kind of waiting for them. So there's a big tournament coming up. I'm sure everybody heard about it.
Tell
But
me about it. What is it?
so it's basically a tournament for new guys. People that kind of older. Everybody in the BKFC is fairly old, to be honest with you. People that are overlooked.
Okay.
People like to say they're washed up, whatever. I can tell you one thing, I ain't motherfucking washed up. But, there's a lot of logistics to go with it. It's a two weight classes, eight man tournament. Winner go home, 1 round, 2 minutes of straight banging, get after it. And if you come out on top, it's a $100K contract. So
okay.
yeah, they got a lot of logistics going on with it, so they kind of postponed it a little bit. I'm managed by the GOAT agency over in there. I think they're in they're close to Pensacola. I know that. Scott Farley's been really doing an amazing job over there, trying to do everything right. But yeah, they just basically just postponed it, trying to get everything squared away. I'm kind of really excited to meet Conor. Conor McGregor's going to be there. He's going to be involved straight hand
That's
with
awesome.
all the fighters. So, yeah.
Yeah. I think that's a huge opportunity. Hopefully, they get those details figured out soon for you. So what weight classes are they doing the tournament for?
So they're doing, I believe, 135, 145. I'm going to fight at 145, kind of going up. That was a consensus decision between the people I train with, my older trainers, management, just because I can make 35, but it's a terrible cut no matter what I do, because I walk around about 170. So,
Oh, shit. Okay. Yeah.
It's a bad
35
cut.
pounds would be a lot.
Yeah. So in the 45, it's so much easier to make that and actually perform better at the higher weights, which is crazy.
I believe it though, because one of my best friends, he's a pro fighter. He fights at 170 right now, but he walks around like 165, and he's like in the top 5 in New England. And he used to do 155 and 145 before that, but like the weight cut would just like kill his energy. And I would see it third round, and like, it sucks, and it's just so much like I just see he does so much better and is so much more explosive when he doesn't have to cut weight, and like the conditioning is there instead of not being there.
Yeah, and that's one thing that I didn't realize. That weight cut. It sounds great. Right, I mean, there's still a weight cut. There's still about 20 pounds, but instead of cutting to the 35, in 8 weeks, I can cut to 45 in 2 weeks if I wanted to. But taking that 8 weeks to cut from 70 to 45 is like, it's fabulous. I can lose 2 pounds a week, not even.
Oh yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So like,
you can do it in a healthy way instead of it just being water weight.
It's so much easier, man. And I'm looking forward to that. Right now, just 2 days ago, I'm gonna be fighting in Miami in July, which I'm really excited for. It's a big opportunity. Just fighting in Miami, period, is a big opportunity. So that promotion, they're taking care of me pretty well. So I'm really excited for that.
And that's BKFC.
No, it's a feeder to I can't remember what it is, but it's a feeder organization. It's actually MMA. They work hand in hand a little bit with Gamebred, which is a yes, exactly 305. 305. That's exactly who I'm fighting for. 305. 305 fights. is who I'm fighting for. I'll be fighting at 145. Can't remember the kid's name. He's a kid, man. He's 2-0. He's a little explosive, but I mean, I'm older. People that know me knows my record does not reflect my experience nor my skill level. So he's not. I don't really think he's ready. I've got 9 sanctioned fights. You know what I mean? I'm 7. I got 7 losses. Oh well. I'm 2-7 sanctioned, but I've got 5. I've got 5 wins on reservation, and you know what I'm saying. So like those, like people don't get to see
those
that.
didn't count as records. So you're really
those fights
7-7.
didn't count, but they counted. Yeah, you know what I mean. So
right. They counted in your mind, of course,
right,
and to the people watching, and to the person who you beat. But it doesn't
exactly.
count on paper, unfortunately.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. Amateur, but when you go pro, the record starts back at 0-0. So I mean, I could have been pro a long time ago. Just like it was a choice thing. We went pro boxing to get some money, fighting weight classes I didn't need to. But MMA, when it comes time to it, we decided because bare knuckle is a thing of its own. MMA is a thing of its own. You can box professionally and be an amateur, MMA fighter. Bare knuckle, you have to be pro regardless. So, that was kind of the thing with that. So
there's no amateur for bare knuckle.
Yeah, there's no amateur bare knuckle. Just because of how it is, they need the experience or whatever. But it's getting, bare knuckle's at the ground floor, for people that don't know about, yes, there we go. I swear I was just gonna say something about Gamebred. Somebody here on the bottom says Gamebred is bare knuckle. Absolutely.
Savage Combat Sports Media. Shout out to them. They love to join in on the podcast, so I'm glad to have them here.
Yeah. Gamebred, I don't think you know this, but my original trainer, Brock Weaver, actually is real good friends with Jorge Masvidal. So,
okay.
Yeah, and it's funny because our goal has always been to turn pro bare knuckle MMA. So when the time came, it was always bare knuckle. It was always the term. So now we're getting signed by BKFC, and I honestly, I'm super excited. I can't wait. I just can't wait. Like that's an opportunity that you just don't get every day. And I went to the tryouts they had in Miami, and at Mundo Gym. Shout out to Mundo Gym. They did a fabulous job putting on the event. But I was struggling with myself, man. I was sick as a dog. Didn't really know how sick I was until a couple days after I had to go to the hospital. We're talking about I got borderline pneumonia. So it was pretty bad. Like I couldn't breathe. They're like, bro, I don't know how the fuck you did that. But I asked one of the people there. It's like, yeah, man, what do you think? How do you think I did, man? He's like, so you'll get your shot. I'm like, okay, bet. And then come to find out, the whole time the person I was talking to was Nate Shook. I don't know if you know that name or not, but he's the lead matchmaker for BKFC.
Oh, okay.
So by him saying that, I was like, okay. And my manager was like, hey, by the way, the matchmaker said that you have your opportunity to fight for them is going to be the tournament. So be ready. So I've just been on it, man. I hate fucking running. I hate road work. Can't stand it. But it's a different animal, man. So
right. So how would did you fight MMA at all, or did you go right to bare knuckle? Okay.
Yeah. So as far as I've had 5 sanctioned MMA fights. And then I've had 4 of those reservation fights were MMA. So I'm about almost even. I'm about 500. 4 and 5, which is a couple of those fights should have went the other way. One, I fought Alex Noble, bro. We're so cool now. We're tight. That's actually one of Scott Farley's guys. And we went to the decision. And I still remember. I can tell you where I lost the fight. I could have finished it. It's just one of those mistakes where with with experience you learn certain things. I went for the choke. I had him. I had his back, and I'm pounding. He turns over. That's when I got his back. 'Cause I was in full mount. I took him down full mount. And just start pounding. Boom, using both hands. And he rolls over onto his stomach. And I try to go for the choke instead of just keep punching on him. So that's where I lost the fight. He ended up being asleep right as the time. Yes, exactly. Leave it to the judges, and Florida's like flipping a fucking coin. I already know, man. And never again, but it is what it is.
Sometimes it's like flipping a 3-sided coin, depending where you are.
That's a fact for sure. But
all right. So how are you training differently for BKFC versus MMA?
Really, I want to say, it's more mental. BKFC, it's the skill set is different. It's a different version of fighting. So it's more, all that putting your hands up and blocking your face and all that shit. That shit's not gonna fly, man. It's just not gonna fly. You don't have big ass gloves blocking. And your hands are small. They're gonna go through that guard. So it's a lot of head movement.
And hit yourself in the face.
Yeah. I've been working a lot of head movement, man, and that's the biggest thing. Head movement. Because at the end of the day, that's where ring rust comes into play. I'd like to from experience. As I took about a year off, just because I had a lot of personal stuff going on. Yeah. So like, it's like for me realizing that when the rounds, you get that experience from putting the rounds in. So recognizing the strikes coming in, all that stuff's fine and dandy. But you can your reaction, if you have to think about your reaction, it just doesn't work. You know what I mean?
You gotta react, not think. Yeah.
So it's kind of like I like to look at videos of old school Canelo and new school Canelo. Old school Canelo moved his head, and so all he did was practice. That diamond. Moving around, just keep it moving. Even if you're not, it doesn't matter. It's kind of like a combination. Throw the combination. If it lands, it lands. It's the same thing with head movement. Move your head. And that's been my downfall. My last few fights is just I like to stand there and let's get it, or stay at range, and I didn't really move my head. But learn after going into the tryout, and realizing, because BKFC is only 2 minutes.
Right.
6 minutes is a lot of time. That's only, and that's over half of the fight in a regular MMA fight. Whereas you're fighting 5 rounds, but you're fighting 2 minutes, and it's a 10-minute fight. So realizing that extra little bit of time, taken off is a lot. So, people come out gung-ho, and then especially for the tournament, because I can guarantee people are going to come in there and bang. That's my goal. I'm going to go in there and throw my hands. I'm a counter fighter at the end of the day, which works, but I'm trying to knock your fucking head off, and it's going to be the same thing with this kid that I'm fighting. I wish I knew his name offhand right now. But I'm going to go in there. He's real cocky. They call him the Mango Man. Whatever, bro. You're a mango man. What is that? You're a fucking piece of fruit. You know what I'm saying? It's a different game. He hasn't really fought anybody, and he's that promotion's 45 guy. Every promotion has a guy. So it's I'm gonna go in there and just get ready to. Yeah, exactly. So I've already got I've got the owner's attention, and now it's just time for people to know who the fuck I am. Yeah, you know what I mean? I've got the lower Alabama in my pocket. I've got upper Florida in my pocket, but the 305 is mine for the taking, and it's just going to be what it is. Like at the end of the day, everywhere from Hollywood and Hollandale down to Key West. If they're not ready for me, they better be. At the end of the day. So that's just facts. Oh, for sure. Savage talking about they'll help me. I love it, man.
Yeah.
I could use all the help I can. That's one thing that you learn about yourself when it comes down to it. I couldn't do any of this shit by myself. You know,
It takes a team.
Yeah, exactly. It does. You know, people ask how I got into it. Believe it or not, I met my trainer at a bar.
Okay, that makes sense, honestly.
You know what I mean? So like,
yeah.
And then he's my biggest critic, my toughest opposition. He's like, bro, if you're not training, I'm not fucking training you. You know what I'm saying? If you're not gonna do it right, we're just not gonna do it. But he's been working behind the scenes too to get me in there. So I mean, he's a dime in a dozen. You don't get that every time. You know.
Awesome. Savage Combat Sports Media said Feldman said he loved me last Hollywood post-fight live on air. Awesome.
Hell yeah, that's dope. Yeah,
I gotta get him on the podcast sometime. Savage Combat Sports Media.
Hell yeah.
You're already joining all the time. Ron. All right,
Ron.
Nice to meet you, Ron. Thank you for joining. Definitely got to have you on the podcast sometime because you're joining all the time anyway. So like, might as well get some perspective directly from you instead of making you type everything. You know?
Hell yeah.
But awesome. All right. So what do you see for yourself with like outside of fighting? Do you have any goals for yourself outside of fighting?
Yeah, so it's funny. Funny you say that because I've been talking to people a lot. So I actually just started going at fucking 36. It's already old. I'm old to be doing anything, especially fighting. But I just got accepted in the university, so I'm going to Full Sail right now. Studying music production. We just started a studio. It's Goof Troop Studios. We do every game, movie, film, music. We got about a 10 person team, along with the, all the stuff that goes with Full Sail University. So I really plan on, I want to get the studio up and running, but my dream at the end of the day is just I want to start a gym, and just be that avenue, that outlet for people that just, they wrote them off, because that's what Brock Weaver boxing was for me. It was that outlet. Then he refused to write me off. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, that's what I want to do. I want to make a positive impact on a negative lifestyle. You know what I mean? Because people don't understand. Fighting. I can't watch fighting. It's the worst. That's probably one of the baddest things. A lot of people don't want to watch it. They think it's cool, but then when you watch it, it's like, oh. So, but that's what I want to do.
All right. So it sounds almost as if you want to like help change people's lives for the better and help turn their lives around. The people that are willing to work for it.
Yeah, exactly. Like for me, my story, I'm hearing it more and more. Oh, you have so much lore. Okay, sure. But my story is crazy, man. I lived a terrible childhood. It just was what it was. It was normal. I did some time in the military and did some time in prison. Got out. I've been around. But for real, fighting changed my life. If it wasn't for fighting, I'd probably be 6 feet under somewhere in a box. It just it enabled me to learn so much about myself. So I know that opportunity, what it did for me, that's kind of what I want to pass. It's what I want to pass off, because without that, I wouldn't be what I am now.
All right. I like that. So I want to circle back to what you were saying before on how you are creating music and videos and stuff like that. Okay. I do that same stuff. And I actually started learning how to create apps recently. And so I made one for fighters that I've been having people test out. I'll send you the link when we're done. But Fight Plan Pro, and it's just designed to help fighters to be able to stay on track and just be an all-in-one resource for them. Right. But it initially started with the path of MMA, and then it's branching out into the other combat sports now. So, there's going to be stuff that you're probably going to see that's, I want this changed a little bit to make it better for what I'm doing as opposed to for MMA. Like, you know, there's going to be different things in there that still need to get worked through and fixed and, you know, updated, whatever. But I'm gonna give you a free account, and then you know, you'll be able to try it out, see if it helps you, see if it benefits you, and then
then after my win, I'll scout it out.
Yeah, and then you know, but they only just begun. Like I launched it maybe a month ago, and I have almost 80 people subscribed right now. So it's like it's coming together, but not as fast as I want it to. Like I want to have 1,000 now, you know, 10,000 people now, and being able to just like be a huge impact, positive impact on the world of MMA. And I put all kinds of stuff into this to make it like the best possible thing. And then I had somebody tell me that they thought it was too complicated, it needed to be simpler. And then I had this video come up in my YouTube Shorts feed that was talking about this this study where people were selling Sharpies. They would have 10 Sharpies, that, you know, try to sell the 10 Sharpies, and they get, you know, $8, $9 on average. And then they tried to sell 10 Sharpies and 1 yellow Sharpie with it. And so there's now more Sharpies. There's 11. But people were less willing to pay the $8, $9 for more because the yellow Sharpie, the yellow, you know, was throwing them off.
Was by itself.
And so then, you know, what it was like rephrased as was, okay, now you're going to buy these 10 Sharpies, but we're giving you a yellow highlighter Sharpie for free. And so it's like an added bonus as opposed to what they're buying. And so like I basically went through like that study, and I analyzed my website, my app, and tried to do the same principles. And so there's going to be a lot of stuff that like gets unlocked as you go through it more and more now, as opposed to it all being available all at once. Because all that's going to do is make it complicated, overwhelming, and you're not really like, people aren't going to be able to get the most out of it, unfortunately, as much as I want them to be able to. And so, yeah, so I worked on hiding and eliminating the yellow Sharpies from the app, and just having the black ones. And
it's kind of like you, when you have more options, it's harder to make a decision. If you only have one decision, it's either yes or no. You know what I mean? If you got to pick, if you got red, orange, green, and blue, and then you can pick nothing, you got 5 decisions you got to make. What are you gonna do? You know,
with choice over, more likely to just do nothing.
Just pick nothing. If I can't make my mind up, I ain't doing shit.
Right. And then, you know, I'm also trying to make it like, I guess, less frictionless or more frictionless, whatever the better way of saying that is. Because I know the way I just said both were opposite, contradictory, but whichever one the better one of those is. So there's less friction. And, you know, so what I did was I had it initially where you would put in a code to get the discount, the trial, or, you know, free access or whatever, you know, it was. And then now what I realized was that's an extra step they're having to do, which is making it harder for them to even try, which it sounds so stupid to me, because it's like, if you want something and you can get it a free month trial right now, like, it's not that difficult. But that one extra step does create a lot of like resistance, I've noticed. And I've had like, I don't know, at least 30, 40 people that have told me yes, and then I send them the info, and then they never follow through with like an account.
It's usually how it is. For sure.
And I know it's also just like a numbers game, so, you know, I'm not too concerned about it right now, but I am trying to improve those numbers as best as I can, so that way this, you know, speeds up the process a little bit faster. And and then I've got a thing on there too that for the fighters who create their accounts, they now also have affiliate links. So that way, if they want to share it and they get fighters to sign up, they're now going to get a recurring subscription, you know, a recurring commission.
That works. That's how you got to do it, man. You know, it's kind of like a sales thing, you know, because I used to do sales, and it's really, you know, it's numbers is a big thing. You know, if you take 100 people and you put them in the room and you give them all the same option, only about 10 of those people are going to say, okay, I think I kind of like this. And then probably one, maybe two, if you're lucky, are gonna take a second look at it. And then one of those two people are gonna actually take advantage of whatever you got going on. And it's really it. You just get the numbers out of there. It's a big thing. It's the same thing with fighting. I rubbed a lot of people the wrong way at the end, towards the end of my amateur career, because I'm at the end of my amateur career. You know what I mean? So like there's some people that just won't work with me because that's the numbers. Numbers don't work, bro. I'm not getting in a ring for, unless it's an advantage to me. Like if there's a reason for it, but I'm not just gonna take whoever you want me to fight and fight for pennies. If I tell you I'm gonna fight for pennies, then I'll fight for pennies. Like for instance,
right. And you would want to fight for more than just it being for money. You would want to have a reason. You'd need to have some kind of hate or something.
Yeah, like I got offered $200. I got offered $200 plus a win bonus of 200. Like to fight a four round boxing match, bro. I'm like, you're out of your mind. You're out of your mind.
$400 to break your face.
Yes, right. and like I've got paid more than that. For travel. For my expenses. Because as an amateur, you can't get paid. But they of course they take, make sure that you got food in your mouth and then pay for your travel and shit like that. But when you're talking about you're not paying for my travel, you're gonna give me a hotel and then give me $200 and then a $200 win bonus. Like I'm not fighting for you. Like, and it's just not happening. Yeah, right. Exactly. Yeah, like, and I'm not a fucking fish. I'm the gatekeeper, bro. In all of my fights, everybody can see I'm a motherfucking gatekeeper. If you can't get through me, you don't have no fucking business being there, bro. And I'm just not. And I mean, now if you're gonna tell me I'm gonna go fight somebody who's a champ, I'm gonna turn it down unless you're gonna pay me big money. And even then, it's still got that's a conversation that has to be had. Like I'm not like. Just not happening. I did that. I did that for some boxing matches in Texas because I needed the money, bro. But it's just not. At the end of the day, it's not worth it because even though I was healthy, certain mandatory suspensions happen. You know what I mean? So
which keeps you from being able to take more fights and make more money.
Exactly. It's just not. It's not worth it at the end of the day. I fight for $1,000 here. Get the win, $1,000 there, get the win. You know what I mean? But if I'm gonna go and fight for a local organization where they know that I'm bringing in the ticket, so they're gonna pay me chump change, and know that I'm gonna put on a good fight, I'm just not doing it. It's just not, Whereas I'll travel to Texas. I fought in Houston a couple of times, and that's how it is. And I see here Savage talking. Ron says talking about the owners interested in numbers. Yeah, but here's the thing about that is they take care of you. BKFC takes care of you. I haven't even had a fight yet, and they're already taking care of me. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I had an opportunity to talk with Chris Lytle. Chris is dope, and because I'm not on the active roster until the tournament, but I already get to get into those events for free. Like they had that event in Hollywood. They're actually in Clearwater tonight. If it wasn't so far away, because I'm in the Orlando area.
Okay.
I would go, but it's just like when in situations like that, at my age, money is exactly that. It's just a number, man. And it's not worth it to me because I have other things that I want to do. At this level. Oh yeah, that's right. Last night, you're right. It was Friday. I forgot. That's the thing about BKFC. I always fight on Friday. Yep, Clearwater. So the thing is with bare knuckle, really boxing in general, brain damage is heavy, bro. Not as much as if I had gloves on. But I'm not willing to just take some brain damage anymore. That's why I don't spar as much as I used to because I've got enough rounds in. It's just about consistently. I might have to get a couple rounds in towards the end of the camp. Yeah, and spar once, every other week or something like that. But I've done the whole thumping Thursdays and sparring 4 days a week, and just banging it out and all that. Why am I going to do that? It's just not worth it anymore. If I can, take a 10 weeks, like I said, my next fight is July 11th. I'm going to take the next 10 and a half weeks to get in peak shape. Because I remember my first fight, I was training for eight weeks. My first fight ever, 8 weeks. And somebody thought that I was good enough to go fight on an Island Fights card. And we went smoke. We did what we do. I never fought before. And then in 8 weeks I went from 180 to 143. So, and I was in peak form. And that's where I'm at now because I know what to do. So that's my plan. I'm gonna take this 10 weeks to just get after it and put on a show.
Ron asked you see me in Hollywood. I had actual BKFC Mike doing interviews. That's awesome.
Heck yeah, I probably did see you. Like if
I'm
I see
always
you if you were
dressed literally.
yeah,
He's
if you
always
were at the
I hear.
Hollywood interview, I probably saw you. Like at the Hollywood card, probably saw you because I actually there's a guy that works for the BKFC real big out of Hollywood. That's where I'm off and on there all the time. So
Gotcha. Cool. So maybe you guys will meet one day, and
yeah.
and then he'll end up interviewing you, and then yeah, and then I don't know if Ron has a podcast or he just does interviews, but either way, I think that'll be cool.
Surge.
What's
That's
Surge?
it's your podcast, or I'm just assuming.
Okay, I didn't even think of that. Maybe is Surge your podcast?
Oh yeah. Okay. Heck yeah.
Okay, got it. And all right, cool. So, and he was just live too, and we missed him. All right, well, I'm gonna have to start watching your podcast now too, and yeah. All right, cool. So, do you have any stories about training that or fighting that you want to share?
I think let me get that napkin. Give me that napkin. Sorry, I think my nose is starting to run here.
You're good. You're good.
I know nobody wants to. Nobody wants to
distracted reading Ron's messages anyway. So, no little Surge from BKFC, no podcast yet. Okay, got it. So you should definitely come on this podcast sometime, Ron. And then actually, you know what? You could join on now. Do you want to join on now?
Hell yeah, come on.
Come on now, Ron? You're welcome to if you want to, but no pressure.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Oh, you decline. That's all right. No pressure. No pressure. But yeah, definitely in the future, I think you'd be an interesting guest to have on as well. All right, cool. So stories about training or fighting, do you have any that you want to share?
Okay. So I was gonna tell you a story, but it might get me in trouble, so I'm not gonna tell you that one.
I can cut it out if you want, but
it's
okay.
all right. It's all right. I'll tell you. I'll tell you after. All right. So I think the biggest thing I can remember as far as a fight was I remember I went down. The whole plan was I was itching to fight, man. I was itching to fight so bad. I was supposed to fight a kid named Josh Mayo on the On Fights card, and we were itching to get this fight, man. And my coach said, "Okay, you're finally ready to fight. Well, we'll take the fight." It was like a TJ Dillashaw, Cody Garbrandt situation. We were in the same gym. He left the gym, moved out of state, and just started bad mouthing the gym. I'm like, bro, you're a fucking piece of shit. Yeah, so like, and we lined the fight up, and then he backed out of the fight. So I was itching to fight, and my one of my sparring partners, Daisy, she had a fight coming up, so we drove down to Panama City Beach from Mobile, Alabama. Me, Brock Weaver, and her went down there for Savage fight promotion. It's they fight on Fight TV. So we went down there, and I literally took a fight on 15 minutes notice. Didn't have no idea. First boxing match. I hadn't boxed before. Because I'm an MMA guy. Go in there, bro. When I tell you, bro, we were banging it out for 15 minutes, dog. This shit was crazy. Like it was the first fight that I had to go the distance, and like I went in there. Yeah, like we were just banging it out, man. And then on the way home, we drove back the next day. We went out with the company. They took us out, and on the way home, Ron, what's going on?
Hey, fellas, what's up?
What's up, Ron?
Yeah, and then on the way home, we went to, we were going to. It was my birthday weekend, by the way. We were going to a place called Troubadours. It's an old club in Mobile, Alabama. It's not there anymore. It's called The Spot. But it literally stayed open for us to get there. We pulled up at 1 o'clock in the morning, and I don't think we left that place until about 3 p.m. the following day. So it was a good 24 hours we were there celebrating the fight. But that's probably the craziest story. There's a little bit more to that story that I can't really say.
That's cool. I get it. But that's awesome. You took it in 15 minutes of notice. I've done that with grappling matches before. Never with like combat, like actual like getting hit in the face though. Grappling though, I'll do a grappling match right now. I don't even care if I'm outweighed by 20 pounds, 30 pounds. I don't give a fuck if I lose in the first 30 seconds. I'll just go and it's cool. But so we got Ron joining us now. Thanks for tuning in.
Thanks for having me in, fellas.
Yeah, of course. I'm glad you're able to join. So you are also part of BKFC, it sounds like, right?
Part of what?
Are you part of BKFC?
I am not. I'm trying to be.
I
mean, I think they're going to be the ones to sign me, to be honest, because they're what started me off in what I'm doing, and they're the ones that complimented my voice, and I'm in tight with their fighters. As he was saying, it's more than a company, man. It's like a family over there. They treat you like family. It's once you're in there, you're in there. And I think they're going to hire me eventually. I try to make all their events, and I am loyal to them. Like anywhere else I'm at, I'm always trying to get the fighters over there. Like, any chance you're going to take those gloves off and real fight over BKFC? You know what I mean? So, I mean, I'm always promoting them. I think they're the next big thing, honestly. I mean, that's where the excitement's at. Less damage, less CTE, and more violence,
Yeah, it's way more violence, man. I love it.
Real fight. It's a real fight.
Yeah, it's like I was saying earlier. It's
Conor McGregor.
And Conor,
that name alone.
Conor said it very well. Like although it's a real fight. You got to have the dog in you because you like see the blood and the cuts and all that stuff. But that's an advantage. I would much rather get cut open than break my face. I'd rather get cut open than not be able to talk. That's just what it is.
And and coming from a fight background, you don't even feel it at the time, to be honest. Your adrenaline's going. You're not going to feel it till afterwards. Yeah. Like, you don't even know you're cut until people tell you a lot of times. Like, whoa, how bad is it? You got to ask because you're not really feeling it, as opposed to getting your head knocked in with a padded glove. Yeah. And people are hitting harder because it's not going to hurt your knuckles. All the people that I talked to in the interviews afterwards, if you look at their knuckle, their hands are flat. There's no knuckles left. They've beat them flat. They can't even hardly move them. They're injured. So as the fight goes on, you're taking even less damage because the knuckles can't take it. You know what I mean? Some of them. So, I mean, anyone that's against bare knuckle becomes addicted their first trip.
Yeah. Man, it's definitely it's just a different style of fighting. You just have to fight completely different. And because of that, there's a lot of people, even in the tryouts, there's a lot of people that don't know how to tone that energy down. Whereas, in MMA, you can pause, take a second. That extra minute is a lot. in around 2 minutes, you got
Oh,
to
yeah.
bang. You don't have a
Cardio's the key.
choice. You have no choice.
You don't.
So like, yeah.
And that's what's getting the crowd. You know what I mean? That's what's going to get the crowd is that aggression. When they see you coming in and taking action all quick, you'll get boozed quick in bare knuckle. When they see them dancing around and feeling each other out, people that's never been in the ring don't know that feel out phase where you're in there trying to feel each other out. And that's important a lot of times. Well, a lot of the bare knuckle guys that are more veteran, they come straight in and go at it, bam, 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 because they know that's what's getting the judges' attention, the owners, that's what's cheering. And that's what people want to see in bare knuckle. It's more of a gladiator arena, to be honest.
Oh yeah.
More of a gladiator arena than a sport.
I remember. So during the tryout, because I got my spot at a tryout. Like I said, the Miami tryout. And
I tried to make it there.
Yeah. It was. There was a lot of people there. There was a lot of people
so
there.
Early.
I remember Chris. One of the probably the most valuable thing that Chris said is he told us about how they don't want you to, yes, it's all fine and dandy, it looks good, but they don't want you to come out there and just start banging, not moving your head, because fights end quick. Right. Nobody wants, knockouts are all fine and dandy, blood and gore is all fine and dandy, but nobody wants to watch that. I don't want to pay $100 for a ticket and every fight ends in the first round. Nobody wants that. You know what I mean? I want to see a war. Let's go out here.
You want to see a little bit of back and forth at least.
Yeah. At least,
And I agree with that. If the other guy could take that, if you're that guy, I mean, if you're that guy, like a Mike Perry type of guy, where you could take that, then that's going to be the war. Yeah. But the other guy can't take it, then he needs to be weeded out, in my opinion, from my side of it, the media side of it, from the media side of it, as opposed to Chris being a more coaching side of it. They do want to see that war, but they don't want to see non-action war. In the same sense, the war has to be bang, 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 bang. You know, if it's just all of them moving around on each other, you're going to get booed out. People are going to look at it like one scared.
Like you can't have that. You can't have that. Both parties just standing at distance.
And that happens a lot.
I mean, it does, and that's kind of why the rule set is a lot different. The clinching up, the dirty boxing,
grabbing the head is some fighters' key to success.
There's a lot to that. There's a lot.
I mean, a lot of them can't even fight without that. If you watch them,
I
mean, some of them are my friends, so I'm not going to mention names. But their key to success is grab the head and hang on. They hang on to a smaller opponent and ride them across the ring.
And the way that you grapple there, that clinch is a lot different. It's not a neck clinch, it's a head clinch. There's just so many intricacies with bare knuckle, and you just had to be careful because it's very.
As long as they don't get the underhook, they're not going to break it up.
As
long as there's no underhook, they're not going to stop. That's what people fail to realize. They're going to have to keep going.
Yeah, and I honestly, I can't wait. We're like I said before, we're working on because my trainer's big with Gamebred. As long as BKFC says it's okay. Right now they haven't said I can't fight, but it's very possible that as soon as they finalize that roster, they're for the tournament, they're going to say, hey, you can't fight until the tournament's done. Then when I win the fight, I'll be under contract, so that'll be a done deal, which I don't mind, whatever.
Well, I mean, I see a lot of their fighters fight outside of the promotion. Like Brian Durant just fought at DBX when I was there.
Yeah. He so the thing about him is he's one of those fighters who won't take a multi-fight contract.
I don't blame him. He's a rising star. That's a good friend of mine. I was friends with him on ground level, like when he first came in. You know what I mean? I've known him. He's somebody that does not come from a fighting background. He comes from a thug background. He was not any kind of athlete, and this has gave him an athletic career. It really has.
But Gamebred, if we can do some stuff with Gamebred, that would be really awesome.
What do you think of that bare knuckle MMA, bro? That's crazy, right?
Nah, man. I just try to tell people.
I like it. It's even more of real fighting. It takes it to another level. It's adding even more to the rule set of the bare knuckle. I don't want BKFC to hear me saying that, but I like it.
Really the only difference, man. The only difference between that is you just take those 4-ounce gloves away, bro.
Right.
The rule set is still the same. It's just a street fight. Just a street fight. You
Right.
gotta
I
have the
know. That's what
dog,
I'm
man.
saying.
You
God.
have to. You have to have the dog, bro. You got guys that come in and I don't give a fuck who hears me say this, but Charles Oliveira, bro, yeah, you're in the UFC. It's all fine, Dan. You probably out-grapple me all day. You're bigger than me, but you're a pussy, my dog.
I get it. Hell
You fought for
yeah.
the
I agree.
BMF belt. It's a stand and bang belt, bro. You
Right.
stand and bang.
I agree.
Like that's just what
100%.
it is. You want to
100%.
grapple him. Like I'm a wrestler by my lineage is I'm a wrestler, bro. I'm a 4-time state qualifier in Pennsylvania. A wrestling
Nice.
state.
Congrats.
You know what I'm saying? But why? And that's the thing. So like, and we're at an era of fighting now where people are starting to understand the sport, and people are understanding the rule set. But there's a lot of misconceptions and myths that go around. People say, "Oh, well, you can't do Krav Maga, you can't do this, you can't do that." I'm like, bro, I can count the number of rules on one hand. You know what I'm saying? It's not saying, oh, you can't do this, you can't do that. No, it's just not what it is. It's not possible. How are you going to tell me, how are you going to tell the difference between a Krav Maga up jab and a boxing up jab? You can't. There's no difference. There's no way to tell that difference.
You see, they are
Especially so
separating for the wrestlers now. They have the wrestling league, the RAF.
Yeah, you got RAF
So,
now.
I mean, they're making a platform for the wrestlers that are better at that. There's a spot for the wrestlers and a spot for the strikers mixed in.
Yeah, and it's a new era in combat sports. And I watched Nate Diaz's interview for his fight coming up. And he said he was talking about that, bro. He's talking about, I forget who asked him. Somebody asked him how he's going to continue to grow or what his advice or whatever it would be. And he's like, bro, just continue to say fuck you. You're going to get the people that dislike you, but at the end of the day, you're always going to have an opportunity. Like this fight opportunity with 305. When I go in here and crush this kid, I still can't get over his name, the Mango Man, but whatever.
That's fine.
I'm gonna squash you like a mango.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go in here, and when I put on this show, people are gonna remember who I am. It's been a little while since I've been in there, but people are gonna remember who I am. And that's just what it is, and I'm ready.
Highlight reel goes a long way, brother. No matter what the promotion is, that highlight reel goes a long way. I don't care who the opponent is. If it's beautiful, it's going to look good, and it's going to bring eyes to you.
Hell yeah. And I'm ready.
Absolutely.
For sure, my brother.
Absolutely. All right, cool. So I initially wanted to make this just kind of a short podcast today. We're over an hour right now.
Oh, wow.
But we can definitely do another day in the future if you want. And then, same with you, Ron, if you want to come on the podcast on your own,
brother.
Free to do
Anytime.
so. Awesome. And
I'm going to jump out of here and let you guys finish up. Great meeting you.
Sounds
all right, man.
Coach, thanks for having me in, Coach. Hey,
yes,
you know the word. We're in the fight, and put me in, Coach. Put me in, Coach.
I'll put you in. Don't worry. I'll put you in. Thank you. All right, cool. So that was cool. That was great to, add in, give some more perspective, et cetera, et cetera. And is there anything else that you want to share before we go?
No, man. I just want to give you a shout out. Appreciate you for having me on. I would love to come on again. I want to shout out to Core MMA and Go Combat Agency and Scott Farley especially for being right there and having faith in me. To Brock Weaver and Brock Weaver Boxing till I die. That's a fucking dog right there. He is what he is. Everybody from his gym, Matt Moody, Mobtown MMA, and then all my family and friends that are supporting me. Best of all, shout out to Full Sail University. If y'all don't know what that is, look it up.
It's an online school, right?
Yeah. Well, online and on campus. Yeah, they do a little bit of both online and on campus too.
Okay.
But yeah, so just look out for me, July 11th, 305 fights in Miami. We're gonna put it down and show what it's about, and you might see some shit you ain't seen before.
Awesome. We can let's see, we're in like April right now, so June is a couple months away. We could do something closer to June, when you like maybe the week of the tournament, 2 weeks of the tournament, something like that, and then that way we'll have enough time where we can put out more clips and hype it up for you. And yeah, but awesome. All right, well, thank you for making the time today. And before I forget, Coach's Cognitive Coffee, sponsor of the podcast, Monero Coffee. Wake up and win. So it's designed to help you, have a clearer mind, be able to function better, and, obviously just have more energy. So yeah, link in bio. But anyways, thank you again for joining today, and we will get you on again in a couple of weeks, a few weeks, three weeks, I don't know, weeks from now when we get closer. All right, cool.
Thank
Enjoy
you.
the rest of your day.
Yeah, you too.
Bye. See ya. Bye.
No vibes. No hope. We came with a plan. Yeah, no guessing, no fear when the cage door slams. Every move mapped out, that's a fight plan. Round by round, we don't wing it, man. Train smart, fight clean, that's a fight plan. Camp clock ticking, sweat on the floor. Data on the tablet, not a prayer anymore. We know where you win, we know where you fall. So we don't chase knockouts, we collect rounds all. Distance control, don't bite on the bait. If he blitzes early, let him gas, let him break. No ego in the pocket, no pride in the fire. We survive, then we rise, then we drown as desire. When the lights get loud and the mind gets tight, this ain't improv, this is chess in a fight. No guessing, no fear when the cage door slams. Every move mapped out, that's a fight plan. Round by round, we don't wing it, man. Train smart, fight clean, that's a fight plan. If this happens, do this. If that fails, reset. Win the round, then the fight. No vibes, no hope, just facts in hands. Pressure with purpose, that's a fight plan. Walk out calm, walk out the man. Smart beats tough, that's a fight plan. Digital corner. Real results. Fight plan. Yeah. Thought I was a hero, turns out I was tired. Thought love was a spark, but my wallet was on fire. Patience is a virtue, I was rich in the wrong way. Coach had a whistle, she still hadn't blown it. Let go, you're free. Let go. Hey, look, I don't simp, I support, there's a difference, I swear. But somehow every crisis end up parked in my care. Every soon got extended, every next week got bent. I was funding potential, not the present I meant. Take your time, heal up, I got you, no stress. Next thing I know, I'm cash apping my piece to distress. Doctor on vacation, lawyer need a break. Why everybody healing on my paycheck? I'm the coach, talk discipline, life lessons, grit. But skip the chapter called who you investing in. Talking about divine timing, I'm like cool, I'll wait. But divine timing never showed up with a date. Yeah, thought I was a hero, turns out I was tired. Thought love was a spark, but my wallet was on fire. Patience is a virtue, I was rich in the wrong way. Coach had a whistle, she still hadn't blown it. Let go, you're free. Let go. Let's be honest, gotta laugh at me. Confuse being kind with liability. If you need a savior, I grab the cape. But why gotta drown just to prove I'm great? I'm learning, help ain't help if it hurts your spine. Trust ain't trust if it costs your time. Love ain't love if it lives on someday and almost don't pay rent in my real life, eh? I don't hate women, nah, cut that noise. I hate patterns wrapped up in a pretty voice. You can care and still say I'm done with the cost. That ain't selfish, that's a boundary, boss. If they want you, they show up. If it's real, it don't need a receipt. If you gotta keep proving your worth, you already underpaid. So I move different. Still kind, still me, but I study red flags like it's film on repeat. No more hold me down while I figure it out, cause I figured me out and I'm choosing that route. I want effort, not echoes, plans, not vibes. If we build enough future, it starts in real time. I'll show love when it's mutual, give space when it's fair, but I'm done auditioning for love with my care. Yeah, thought I was a hero, turns out I was tired. But was a spark, but my wallet was on fire. If patience is a virtue, I was rich in the wrong way. Coach had a whistle, she still hadn't blown. Let go, you're free. Yeah, still a hero, just smart and inspired. Hard on the field, but my boundaries wire. If patience is a virtue, I invested my way. Coach learned a lesson, now I'm winning the game. Let go, let go. Everybody over giving, over trusting, over waiting. Wait, bro, you just overdue for a boundary. Yeah. Woke up late, hair wild, still a mess though. Mirror looking back like, bro, what's the dress code? Life hitting fast like a right to the temple, but I'm still standing, guess I'm kinda essential. Yeah, I've been down, had doubts in a bundle. Brain doing flips like a damn Royal Rumble. Overthinking every text I ain't sent yet, but I ain't losing, I just ain't win yet. And I've been stressing about the timeline, like I'm late but I'm right on time. Had to learn how to trust my grind, even when it's all uphill climb. I know I'll be alright if I just keep up the fight. I'm gonna keep on shining my light. It's my time, it's my life. I know I'll be alright if I just keep up the fight. I'm gonna keep on shining my light. It's my time, it's my life. Yeah, I used to chase validation heavy, now I'm chasing dreams. Got my foot on the Chevy, people didn't see me, now they acting friendly. Funny how the glow make them all forget me. I was sitting low, now I'm building leverage, turning all the pain into something legendary. Used to need a yes, now I'm cool with a maybe, cause the path I'm on gonna pay me daily. Yeah, I fell off, got back up twice, took a few L's, but I learned the price. Now I'm moving smart, I don't roll no dice, I just bet on me and I roll that life. I know I'll be alright if I just keep up the fight. I'm gonna keep on shining my light. It's my time, it's my life. I know I'll be alright if I just keep up the fight. I'm gonna keep on shining my light. It's my time, yeah, it's my life. Hold up, wait, let me talk my talk. Had to learn how to move, had to learn how to walk. Had to cut some ties, had to tighten my circle. Now I'm locked in mode, tunnel vision, no hurdles. Yeah, I used to trip on the past like daily. Now I'm locked on the future, moving wavy. If you doubt me now, better save that energy, cause I'm coming back with a whole new legacy. It's my time, it's my life. I know I'll be alright if I just keep up the fight. I'm gonna keep on shining my light. It's my time, it's my life. I know I'll be alright if I just keep up the fight. I'm gonna keep on shining my light. It's my time, it's my life. Glow city still sleeping, mind already running. I'm 10 moves deep in, game plan mapped out, vision HD. No brain fog here, that's not me. Steam rising slow from the cup in my hand. Ideas light up like I drew up the plan. Every rep counts, every thought sharp. Fuel for the grind and the creative spark. This ain't just caffeine in a cup, there's that clarity when it's crunch time. What's up? When the pressure hits, I don't panic, I see the whole board clear in front of me. Go, go, go! Coach's cognitive coffee, money roll coffee, that's the key. Stay locked in, stay focused, stay ready, mind steady, vision Yes, mic on, headphones tight. Big ideas coming left and right. No hesitation, no delay. Clear decisions every day. From the chessboard moves to the business plays. From the gym floor grind to the long work days. It's mental edge in every sip. Confident, steady, no slip. You can feel a shift when it kicks in clean. Tunnel vision, but the picture's seen. Not hype, just clarity. Built for longevity. Coach's cognitive coffee. Monero coffee, that's the key. Stay locked in, stay focused, stay ready. Mind steady, vision heavy. Coach's cognitive coffee. Monero coffee, fueling me. Sharp thoughts, long game, no fog in sight. Brute for the win every night.
Can't forget about Coach Bergen. And if you don't got Coach Bergen, you ain't got shit.
All right. What's up, Coach Bergen here, and welcome to the Coach Bergen Show, episode 60. Our guest today, Jonathan Gadra. There we go. Now we got it.
Tell you one thing, I ain't motherfucking washed up.
Now we got it.
Yeah, what's going on, man? How are
How
you?
you doing?
I'm alright. Yeah, I ain't motherfucking washed up.
There we go. So, the last we talked, you told me you got signed to BKFC. What
Yeah.
was that represent?
I ain't motherfucking washed up. So we've been trying to get a fight. Just kind of waiting for them. So there's a big tournament coming up. I'm sure everybody heard about it. So it's basically a tournament for new guys. People that kind of older. You know, everybody in the BKFC is fairly old, to be honest with you. People that are overlooked.
Okay.
People like to say they're washed up, whatever. I can tell you one thing, I ain't motherfucking washed up. But, you know, there's a lot of logistics that go with it. It's two weight classes, eight man tournament. You know, winner go home, one round, 2 minutes of straight banging. You know, get after it, and if you come out on top, it's a $100K contract. So, you know,
Okay.
yeah. People like to say they're washed up, whatever. I can tell you one thing, I ain't motherfucking washed up.
A coma is just a comma in your life. Trust and believe everything will be alright. Be alright. You ain't done yet, you just pause mid-fall in your life. Trust and believe everything will be alright. Be alright. You ain't done yet, you just pause mid-fall. Trust and believe everything will be alright. You ain't done yet, you just pause mid-fall. I was walking through the jungle with my people by my side. Didn't know that in the moment I'd be fighting for my life. Felt the world start spinning, colors all fade to white. Next thing I knew, I was falling out of sight. Heard voices in the darkness saying, "Coach, hold tight." But the fear in Queen Jeezy had me wanting to fight. Dreams turn to storms when you can't stand upright. But every storm breaks when you step into the light. A coma is just a comma in your life. Trust and believe everything will be alright. Be alright. You ain't done yet, you just paused it. Trust and believe everything bed trying to piece back time. Maya told me breathe, one step you'll climb. Truth lying, drop facts while I'm out of this chime. Said your brain hit a wall but your hope still shines. Juji made jokes when the nights felt long. Panda read stories keeping my heart strong. Hilarious hood pulled pranks but he meant no wrong. And Stamps hustled salts when the pressure felt on. Every dream I battled was a lesson in disguise. Every fall just a setup for a stronger rise. When Queen JC cried, man, it opened my eyes. I ain't quitting on my people, ain't no goodbye. A coma is just a comma in your life. Trust and believe everything will be alright. Be alright. You ain't done yet, you just paused mid-fight. Trust and believe everything will be alright. You ain't done yet, you just paused mid-fight. He's good. He's more than good. He's still winning. A setback ain't a sentence. It's just a pause in the paragraph. I woke up with a vision and a fire in my chest. Every scar I carry is a reason I'm blessed. Life hit hard, but I hit back twice. Yeah, I'm alright.
Thank you to my sponsor, Coma Dreams. A coma is just a comma in your life. Tonight proved that you pause, you breathe, and you finish the sentence. We did that, we finished
You
it.
looked unstoppable out there.
I didn't quit. Coma Dreams prove comebacks are real. Thank you, coach. I told y'all, no matter how deep it gets, wake up and fight.
Coma Dreams stayed with me. They reminded me not to take any day for granted. Just being healthy, training, and showing up is something to be thankful for.
I didn't expect this, but Coma Dreams actually hit me. Watching Coach go through that made me realize how fragile life is and why you don't waste your shot. This isn't a movie, it's life. It is what it is.
You know, I didn't expect to get hit this hard by a film, but Coma Dreams just wrecked me in the best way. The way it showed someone fighting their way back, step by step, it felt honest, like rolling here on the mats.
All right, I watched Coma Dreams, and I'm going to tell you, Coach's recovery, that was truly inspiring. That's a story worth watching.
I've chased titles my whole life. Coma Dreams reminded me the real prize is waking up and getting another chance. I'm grateful. Thank you, coach. I've been knocked down more times than I can count. Coma Dreams reminded me, you never quit, you keep standing back up. Shout out to Coma Dreams. A coma is just a comma in your life. We finished the sentence and we finished the fight. Thank you, coach.
Congratulations on the win. What's the message tonight?
Train by day, Coma Dreams by night.